Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a terrific weekend. I hope that you're able to join me for our 11 o'clock morning circle so I could hear about the best part or the worst part of your weekend. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. Today, the materials you're going to need are a journal, some paper for math, and a pencil. So those are the things you are going to need today. So let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be actually starting all new content. And so we're going to be learning about the things you would be learning about in class. So it's going to be something new and different today. And we're going to start up with our new WordWell words. So this week we have 5 words. We have 4 blue words and 1 red word. And in order to introduce these words, I do have some sentences here. So I'm going to read them to you, and I want you to make a guess what word you think this is. So the first sentence says, "We can raise a flag soon." So that was the word soon, and we could cross it off our list up here. Here's number 2. Ready? Do we raise a flag? Do we raise a flag? What do you think our word could be? So if I look up here, I can see that this is how, and this is going to be a capital H at the beginning of that sentence. How do we raise a flag again? And again is going to be one of our red words. Our next sentence, the book on flags. That's going to be read. And read, I would know because it's talking about a book, so I can make that inference. And this, once again, is going to be a capital R at the beginning of that sentence. And finally, can of you find the flag? Can of you find the flag? And the only word we have over here is both. So we have how, O-W makes that ow sound, just like that loud clown. We have soon, that's a 3-tap word, soon. And we're going to be working on that O-O sound today. Now this one, I contemplated going red or blue because this says both. And it means more than one person, it means 2 people. But it's not an open syllable, so it should say both, but it doesn't. It says both. But that TH sound does make the th sound. And then we have read. And then the last word we have is a red word. We have again. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to get your arm out, and we're going to do our red word even though we are not in class. So we're going to go left to right, as all words go left to right. So you ready? 3 times. Here we go. A-G-A-I-N, again. A-G-A-I-N, again. A-G-A-I-N, again. We don't have our red books, but we can go ahead and tap out those words. So this week we're going to be launching with a poem, and the poem is called "What is America?" America is a proper noun, and it's a name of a country, so we're going to make that capital, but it's also in the title of the poem. So here's our sentence. Get your reading fingers ready. America is the land of the free. America is the people I see. America is the country I roam. America is the place I call home. Now, there are 2 sets of words that rhyme in this poem. This is a rhyming poem. Can you find them? Free rhymes with see, and roam rhymes with home. So why do you think it is important to learn about our country's past? So some reasons that I can think of that are important to learn about our country's past is so that we can learn from mistakes that maybe our country's made, so that we can make improvements on things our country has done. I also think it's important to learn about our country's past so that we can understand it better. I definitely think those are all reasons why it'd be important for me to learn about my country's past. So I'm going to flip ahead here. So this week we're going to be reading some informational text. An informational text is going to teach you information. That would be the author's purpose, is to teach you information. Informational text has supporting evidence or details. So that evidence is another word for details that tell about the main or central idea. It can have features such as labels. And these are also, we've talked about those captions that you're going to see in the picture. So here's my main idea of this paragraph. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of freedom. That's the main idea. The Statue of Liberty is the symbol of freedom. It welcomes people from other countries who want to start a life in America. And the Statue of Liberty you can find in a different state. It's the state of New York. And the Statue of Liberty is right by the ocean, and so when you're coming in, that's what you're going to see first. So in your own words, explain what main idea and detail are to a family member. You can do that now or later. We're going to talk a lot about main idea and details today. So I'd like to now go back to our read aloud, and we're going to read a story called How Do You Communicate? And this is a level I, which is a level 3 or 4. So it might be easy for some of you, a little bit more challenging for others. But as we're reading, I want you to think about the main idea and the details that you're going to find. So we're going to read our title first. How do you communicate? And this is a story by Claire McKay Barry. She's the author. So in our story, we're going to read some vocabulary words. The word communicate. Ooh, let's see how many syllables. I'm going to pound that out. Communicate. That's 4 syllables. We have the word feelings, language. That's a red word. And thinking. I can get rid of the ing on feelings and thinking and look at their roots so I can see it's think and feel. And then I can add that ing. Now I see this girl. If I'm looking at my picture, this girl has a cell phone. It looks like probably an older phone, and she looks very happy to be texting or communicating with, maybe she's video chatting with somebody. So let's get our reading fingers ready. I want to hear really great details. If you need to pause the video so that you can see the pictures a little bit longer, make sure you hit that pause button on our video. Here we go. How do you tell people what you are thinking? How do you write down your feelings? How do you say your thoughts out loud? Do you paint what you are thinking? These are all ways of communicating. Different tools and technologies can help us with our thoughts. Here are some ways that you can communicate. So communication is that tool or how we're going to share with how we're feeling or thinking. So keep thinking about that as we're going through the book. Write it down. You can communicate by writing. Hundreds of years ago, people used bird feathers to write. These were called quill pens. People cut the end of the feather to make it pointy. They dipped the pointy end in ink. Then they could write with the quill. Now you don't have to dip pens in ink. The pens already have ink inside them. All you have to do is write. Use pens to write in a journal or to write a letter to your friend. You can use your voice. You can also use your voice to communicate. But how do you speak to someone who is far away? You use a telephone. Telephones are a type of technology. They have changed a lot over time. More than 75 years ago, phones had 2 pieces. One piece was used to talk. The other piece was used to listen. Now you can hold the whole phone in one hand. Another way to communicate is you can use your hands. You can talk without using your voice. Your hands are tools that can be used to talk. People who are deaf use sign language. They move their hands to communicate. People use sign language I'm sorry, tell Ms. Hell, you're still cool. People using sign language make signs with their hands. Each sign means something different. Each letter in the alphabet has its own sign too. So here's the sign for love and more. And you can start the ABCs. A, B, C. And a little bit later in the week, we're actually going to read a sign language book that will teach us some more. You can paint your feelings. You don't need to have language to communicate. You can make art to share your thoughts and feelings. Use a paintbrush. Paintbrushes come in many shapes and sizes. They can help you share. Take a picture. If you do not like painting, you can still use pictures to communicate. Use a camera to take pictures of things. Take a picture of something that makes you happy or sad. Share the picture with your family and friends. Communicating on the computer. Computers let you communicate by video calling. You can see each other when you talk. You guys and I have been communicating like that since we got out of school. Your face can communicate how you are feeling. When you are happy, you smile. When you're upset, you frown. Use a computer to call your friends. What do their faces tell you? Communicating is important. Share your thoughts and your feelings with other people. Listen when they share their thoughts and feelings with you. Be creative with the ways you communicate. So we talked about it earlier, what is the main idea of this story? I think the main idea, there are many ways to communicate. And so I want you to think about some of those key details. What were some of those key ways that you could communicate with other people? So if we went back through, we're going to fly through this. You could write. You could use your voice. Use your hands. You could paint. You could take a picture. You could use your video or communicating over the computer. And those are all different key details that there are many ways to communicate. So, when we're thinking about those key details, I want you to make sure that you're thinking about what the big picture of the story is and then those small details. So I want to talk to you a little bit about prefixes today. And so prefixes are going to be those parts of a word that get added to the beginning. And they're going to change some different words. And so, sorry guys. So the word re is a prefix and it means again. So if you see like repeat, that means for something to happen again. The word part un, that prefix means not. And so, the other word part is able, and we're not going to focus on that one right now, but it means you're able to. So if something is unnecessary, you can take away that un and think about it as not necessary. If something is, if you resupply something, it means you supply it again. So I want you to try to think right now. I want you to pause the video and I want you to try to think about some words that start with that un or that re. So let's think. Oh, if I have, let me see if I can change this for you guys. I can undo something. It means I can not do it. Oh my goodness, guys, this is not working very well. Let's see, think of another re. I said it before, we could use repeat, which means I do something over again. Can we think of another one? If you are unable to do something, means you're not able to do something. Let's see, restart, which means I would do something over again. So those are all ones that use that prefix in the front. So that re is going to mean again. So if you see at the beginning, and that un is going to mean that it's not, that you can't do that. So you're not able, you're not going to do it. So just today, you don't need to, you can pause it if you want to and just try to brainstorm, or when you're reading your books today, try to see if you can see words that start with that un, that un, that not, or the re, which means again. Okay. So today we are going to be focusing on that oo sound. So this is a school book, and oo says two sounds. It says the oo and the oo. So right now I wanted to show you a really quick little video, and it's one that we watched in class, but it's called You Can Never Have Too Many Oos, and it's a word world one. Ooh. Let's get back to where it was. Good thing I marked it. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready?
Meanwhile, Kangaroo was loading up her train with letters. Doodle-dee-doo-dee-doo. There, that ought to do it. Didgeridoo! It sure is windy all of a sudden. Incoming! Huh? Kangaroo! Doc? Gotcha. Well, good day, Duck. Kangaroo, did you see an oo fly this way? An oo? Do you mean two-letter O's? Yes, I need two-letter O's to make the oo sound to fix Monkey's roof before it rains. No worries, Duck. I can get you an oo for Monkey's roof. You can? Let me see here. Aha! Here you go, Duck. The letter O and the letter O. Put them together and they make the oo sound. You have your own oo? Oh, yeah, oos are my specialty. I am a kangaroo, after all. I even have an oo in my tail. Listen, kangaroo. Cool. I like to keep lots of oos around, Duck. It's like I always say, you can never have too many oos. Doodly-oo, doodly-oo. Two-letter O's, they make the sound of oo. Doodly-oo, doodly-oo. 'Cause if you have yourself an oo, you can build a roof. You can never have too many oos. Doodly-oo, doodly-oo, doodly-oo. Ooh! Thanks for the oo, Kangaroo. Oh, but it's still...
Okay, so we look at that oo, and that makes that oo sound. Kind of sounds like a U. There's lots of ways to make that a long U sound. And one of our wordwall words this week is soon, and it makes that oo sound. So right now we're going to do our read and move. So make sure you stand up, and we're going to do today pages number about 6 pages today. So make sure you're looking at the kid and seeing what they have. I'm going to read you the word today, but tomorrow you're going to have to read the room. So these are all 3-tap words. So we have room. And so you should be sitting and reading this word. Ready? Here we go. Room. Oop. Hoop. Oot. Boot. Oot. Root. Moon. Boy's back sitting. T-oo, th, tooth. Still 3 tap because that TH stays together. So t-oo, th, tooth. And you should be stretching really far right there. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to grab your journal, and you can either do this with me right now, or you can go ahead and do your writing later. But we're going to work today on a personal narrative, and we're working with those 5 W's. And today what I want you to do is when you're writing, I want you to see if you can check mark just with your brain. If you have a who, that's the person, is in your story, where are they going? And since it's a personal narrative, this is going to be a story about you. So that who is definitely probably going to be you and maybe someone else. Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And when are you doing it? So we're looking for those 5 W's today. So who, where, what, why, and when. And you can pause the video and do your story, and then you can come back to this. The next slide is going to help you with some of those transitional words, because transitional words are really important when we're writing a story. So we have that first, and then there's a couple of different ways that I can write next. I can write next or then. I can also just write suddenly. And then there are a couple ways I can write towards the end. So I can write last, finally, and afterwards. So I'm going to write, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm actually going to make this a little bit, let's see. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. So I can take this one, I can move it over here. Because you know what's nice? Mrs. Howell makes the slides. So I can do anything I need to help you guys. There we go. Now we have our W's right next to each other. Perfect. Okay. So personal narratives are going to start with some type of hook, remember, just like our opinion pieces. I want to get you interested in what I'm saying. So part of it is who is there and where are they going, and when. So I'm going to talk about that when first because I want to make sure I say it. So I'm going to say yesterday. That would be my when. So yesterday I went for a very long walk with my family. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure I get all my thoughts down. So I'm going to go back and edit and make sure. So I'm going to use my gestures. So you go ahead and make sure you use your gestures too. So can you read my sentence with me? Yesterday, I went for a very long walk with my family. So I had my capital and I had my period. So I'm good to keep going. I'm going to use my first transitional word. I'm going to use the word first. First, zoop. We went down the street. So let me make sure I got everything I need. First, zoop. We went down the street. Which transitional word do you think I should use? I'm going to use that word then. Then, zoop. We found a tree house. Then, zoop. We found a tree house. And treehouse is a compound word, so I'm going to take those 2 words and smash them together. Finally, we walked all the way home. So, finally, zoop, we walked all the way home. Zoop. Okay, so now I want to go back through. And I think, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave the story the way it is, because tomorrow I'm going to see if I can add some more detail to this personal narrative. So I'm going to leave this just the way it is. So what I want you guys to do is I either want you to pause the video, or at the end of the whole entire Mrs. Howell's movie, please go back and do some writing. And I want you to start a personal narrative, making sure that you have gone through your 5 W's. Oh, I should probably do that. So let's see. Did I talk about my who? Yep, it was I and my family. Where were they? Yep, we were going for a walk. And so we went down the street, so that would be my neighborhood. What were we doing? We were going for a walk. Why were we doing it? Ooh, I didn't say the why. I should probably go back and add that then. Yesterday, I went for a very long walk with my family to get some exercise. That would be my why. And when did we go? We went yesterday. So, okay, so I want you guys to give me your best personal narrative about something you've done. It can be any kind of story you want. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you how we can add some more detail. So today we're going to be adding bigger numbers for math, and we're going to start with our robot video, and then we're going to come back and we're going to draw and add those bigger numbers together.
When you add, sometimes you need to make a 10. How does the drawing of the lines and dots show 28? How does it show 16? The 2 lines and the 8 dots at the top of the chart show 2 10s and 8 1s, or 28. The 1 line and the 6 dots at the bottom of the chart show 1 10 and 6 1s, or 16. Add 1s. How many 1s are there in all? Select your answer.
So we need to look here on how many ones there are all together. So let's go ahead and count these. So we know there's 8 here. And so we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's going to be a lot of ones.
8 1s plus 6 1s equals 14 1s. 14 has 1 10 and 4 1s. You can make a 10 with the 14 1s. How does the ring around the 1s show that you made a 10? It shows that you can take the 8 1s from 28 and 2 of the 1s from 16 to make a 10. How many 1s are left after you make a 10?
So if I take this 10 and I'm going to move it over here, how many am I left with? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can supersize that also.
4 1s are left. How many 10s do you have now?
So let's look. We had 3 and now we added one more 10, so that would be 4.
Now you have 4 10s. Now you can finish adding. 4 10s and 4 1s is 44. So 28 plus 16 equals 44.
Now you know how to add using place value.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do some together here. And so I'm going to use my my whiteboard. You guys can just use a blank piece of paper. So first step is we're going to write our equation. So we have 24 plus 34. Okay, remember, if I'm going too fast, you need to pause the video so that you can do it with us, please. Okay, so next step is I'm going to draw my number. So I have with base 10 pieces. So I have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then I have to draw 34. And I need 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, step 3 is I need to see if I can make a 10. So let's cross off these ones until we make a 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could I make a 10? Nope. Okay, so since I can't make a 10, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and count those 10s. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s, and I have those 8 1s. So 24 plus 34 is 58. You guys can go ahead and just work on the next space. I'm going to erase mine so that you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, first step. I'm going to write my equation. So I have 37 plus 26 equals. So I'm going to, second step is I'm going to draw my number in base 10 pieces. So I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm then going to draw 26. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Step 3, can I make a 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to circle. This is the tricky part, guys. Only in the group of 10. Kind of looks silly. I had to combine the two. And remember, when I do that, I've crossed them off. And I'm going to make one whole 10. Okay, so now let's count our 10s. 1, don't forget to add that 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to add these two. 5, 6. And how many 1s do I have left? 1, 2, 3. So 37 plus 26 is 63. And before I do the next one, guys, I'm going to make a little thing here for you to make it just a little bit easier for you to remember the steps for us. So let me get some first grade writing and I'm going to get some bigger print for you. So it's a little bit easier. So, so this is my steps for adding bigger numbers. Oops. Okay. So what did I do? Let's think about it. I want you to think about it as I'm going through it. And if you know, you tell the computer. You can see if you have the right steps with me. So step 1, we're going to write the equation. Now, if you were already doing a math sheet, you wouldn't need to write the equation because it would be there for you. Step 2, we're going to draw the numbers with base 10 pieces. So that's going to be those sticks of 10s and those 1s. Step 3, see if you can make a 10. And remember, you want to cross. You want to cross off the 1s to make a 10. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. Okay. And if I can make a 10, if you can make a 10, then move over the 10. And you got to cross off all those 1s. So if you can make a 10, cross off the 1s and move over the 10. And then our final step is we want to count our 10s and 1s. So those are our steps for adding those bigger numbers. So let's go ahead and do our last step here and see if you guys can follow those steps. So we have 55 plus 19. Okay, so my first step says write the equation. I did that. Step number 2 says draw the numbers with base 10 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to draw 55. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. And then I want to go ahead and draw 19. So I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, because I have 9 1s, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to make a 10, but I'm still going to do my step. So I want to see, can I make a 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could I make a 10? Yes, I could. So I want to circle them and cross them off. And as soon as I cross them off, what do I have to do? Yep, put them right over there. Okay, so I crossed off my 1s and added a 10. So now let's see what I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't forget that other one. 7 groups of 10. Let's count how many ones we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, don't worry, guys. If this is confusing today, we are going to be doing this again tomorrow. So you get 2 days to practice this. And so I want you guys to just try your best to solve the next 3 equations. Maybe you get to make a 10. Maybe you don't. But I want you to give it your best try. Okay? So today what I want to do is I actually want to talk about some feelings and emotions. So emotions are the feelings, are your feelings right now. And so we're going to watch this really quick video, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about what you can do with all those emotions. I bet you guys have a lot of emotions right now because of everything that's happening. Oh, let's see if it's going to work. There it goes.
It's a great big world with a lot to know. Let's follow beep, bing, bang, boo, bam, bo. We might go to outer space or ride in a truck. We might visit a farm in the chicken club club. Story buds, won't you come along with us? Story buds, so much to know. Let's go, 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 go. Emotions. The music makes us happy. Huh? All right. Thanks, When you don't need a light because you smile so bright, you know you're happy, happy, happy. Like the birdie in the tree. When your laughter grows, you dance on twinkle toes, you know you're happy, happy, happy. Singing merrily. And maybe your best friends are here. Just give you good times, lots of cheer. Awesome things, the groovy beats, making stuff, or yummy treats can make you happy. And you may want to run around, giggle, play, or be a clown when you're happy. When you feel good inside, all warm and satisfied, you know you're happy, happy, happy. And you can spread around all of the joy you found. When you are happy, happy, happy. Having tons of fun. Happiness can come in waves. Made of all the smiles you gave. Things may not go your way, but everything's still okay when you're happy. And you will want to jump for joy, even share your favorite toys when you're happy.
So that's where we're going to pause this today. And I want you to think about some things that make you feel happy. So you can tell that our one robot red guy right here, when he was pretty grumpy. But his friends told him that the music made them feel happy. And so he decided to be a good friend, and he turned that music back on. So kind of think of some things that make you feel happy. And that's an emotion I want you to try to really stick with today, of things that make you feel good and happy. So for the rest of your day, I'd like you to do 15 minutes of Lexia or Splash to Learn, your choice. We had 2 Lexia superstars. Big shout out to Avi and Declan. Woo-hoo! You guys rocked it. And we have a lot of people who are really close to leveling up. And so keep rocking it out. I'd like you to read a book on Epic or one of the books from your house, and try to read for 20 minutes to a family member today. Today we have habit number 6 for Mrs. Howell's Read Aloud, so I hope you enjoy that. You have no work to do with it, just get to enjoy listening to me read you guys a story. And then we do have something really cool, guys. So I have been playing around with Flipgrid, and so Flipgrid is a way for us to basically get to respond to each other. So when you go to Flipgrid, and I'm going to be sending your parents this information, you can click the one that says say hello, and you actually can go to actions right here, and it will say record a response, and you guys can go ahead and record it, and then you get to put it onto the grid here. What's cool is that your friends can actually respond back to you, or I can, which is super, super neat. And then we do have one spot here that just says anything you want to tell us. So maybe you just made something really neat and you want to put it on there. Or maybe you did some writing and you want to show everybody. And hopefully soon I will have a grid for everybody so anyone can put the stuff that they want on there. And so I'm very excited about the new Flipgrid that you guys will get to share with each other your ideas. So the other thing I want you to do is do something fun and relaxing today. Make yourself happy. And then finally do your Google form for Monday. Just want to let you know in Google Classroom, there's a little button up on the right that says turn in. Go ahead and turn that in just to let me know that you did your video and things. There's nothing to turn in for the video. Your Google form for Monday will be the thing that tells me that you did your work today. So guys, I will see you tomorrow. I hope you had a fantastic time with our lessons today. I miss you so very much, and have a great, great Monday. Bye guys.